Judi here, and in today's video we are going to be visiting Momo Villa, which is actually a 5-star fairy town. Now Jewel has actually written a little description for us, so I'm going to go ahead and read that while we head off on our way here. I'm going for an enchanted rainbow fairy forest. I'm in the process of creating color-themed areas with items, flowers, and lights. There's a little bit of a shopping area, but even that's a bit more on the rustic side. I'm aiming to collect villagers that you might expect to find in an enchanted forest, such as Grizzly the bear, Eric the elk, and Diana the deer. I'm hoping to get Julian as well because he's very magical, but also because Julian is my real life name. Jewel is just a shortened version of it. That's actually pretty cool. I've put in about 400 hours into my town so far, and I've changed the entire vibe for the seasons. In spring I had more cherry blossom patterns everywhere, but now I have a much more summery vibe. I'll continue to do that throughout the year, updating it as needed. So that's really cool. This is a more fairy core style town, which should be really fun to explore. Definitely very magical and enchanted. Alright, so first we are going to take a quick look at the map here. So as you can see, her villagers are Cherry, Grizzly, Marshall, Maple, Diana, Vesta, Kitty, Eric, Cookie, and Tammy. So if we actually head in here, there's Jewel. Hello. The entrance looks so beautiful. If we actually follow this really lovely little brick path to the side here, we can see that there is this adorable little park picnic area. There's the little phone booth, there's some books here, some little places to have your snacks, and then behind it there's also this really beautiful waterfall feature. At the top of the waterfall you can see there's actually some peach trees and even some floorlights that just kind of keep the whole area lit up and just make everything seem even more glowy and magical. I also love these little mushroom patterns that she has on the edges here. I think they look so cute and they just add a little bit more detail to the grass. If we look at the beach in front of this area, we can see that there is this little shell area which is so pretty. I love the color scheme. I think that this kind of pale brick, or I guess stone pattern, really goes well with the shell furniture. And I also love this cobblestone which has these little flowers in between it, and this brick too with the flowers around it. I think using lots of those really floral sort of patterns just adds so much detail and even more charm to the town. I love how there's also these little flamingos by the shell fountain here. It just looks so pretty. Now if we continue back to the front of the town here, we can actually go down this brick path, which I love all these streetlights, and there's also this really beautiful rainbow garden here. And it leads us right up to the resident services. So her resident services is almost perfectly in line with the airport. It's just, actually no, I think it is. It's perfectly lined up. That's actually really cool. Now if we go ahead and continue walking around the town hall, you can see we do have all these flowers here, which looks so beautiful. It's actually a pink flower garden. Now right next to town hall, there's actually Nook's Cranny, and I really love this. There's actually a little cafe in front of it, which looks so adorable. You can see there's a little spot to order your drink here, and then you also have the little chairs and tables so that you can enjoy your coffee, hot chocolate, or whatever it is that you've ordered. Looks like you can get some cream and sugar here. There is a little fan also to help you stay cool during the summer. And it just has this really nice cozy feel to it. I also really like this wooden pattern that is kind of like on the edge of it. I just think, again, a lot of these patterns just add so much detail. If we go straight through to the beach here, there are these really cute little beach towels. So you can see there's a pink one, a rainbow one, and also some little vacation juice. So looks like this would be a lovely place to relax. Right on this rock here, there is a piano, so you could have a little performance. And there's also this telescope so you can look out over the sea, kind of observe some of the fish, and also this beautiful sunset that we have. Here there's a little pool area, so you can see there's the pool, a chair where you can just lay out and relax next to the pool. Maybe swimming's not your thing, but sunbathing is. This chair is for you. There is also a lifeguard here. Definitely a very cute little pool area. Behind it we do also have the bonfire with a little bench in front of it to just relax. Continuing back here we do have the back beach. And I love this actually, the little table. It looks like it's in the shade of the palm tree. I would love to hang out here. And I also do love all the little weeds and flowers on the beach. I think it looks lovely. And it looks like there's also some other little flowers kind of decorating the rock here. And then of course we do have the lighthouse just to help guide the ships. So heading back to the little cafe in front of Nook's Cranny, if we follow the path right through, we can see that there's actually this beautiful little garden with a gnome standing up on this cliff watching over everything, making sure that the garden stays safe. There's even a little wheelbarrow here with the soil, and I think this looks so pretty because it's so colorful. And actually, I just noticed, I think it's one of every flower. Like here you have one of each lily, one of each hyacinth, one of each tulip, one of each windflower, one of each pansy, and then we also have mums and roses at the front. So that's actually a really cool idea, to collect all the different colors of flowers and make this beautiful little rainbow garden. I really love the way that this turned out, and I love also these little flower petal hearts on the sides. I think they look so cute. If we continue from there and actually go over to this side, it looks like there is actually a really lovely little flower market. So you can see there's this stall here. Looks like there's a shelf with some plants that you can purchase. And then there's also this little planter here, cherry blossom tree, and just a very, very cute little market. I think it looks especially good how she's actually put the brick border around it, so it kind of feels like you're walking into a shop. You know, it feels separate from the outside, which I think is actually really nice. And then right in front of it, it looks like there's actually this really beautiful pink flower garden. So you can see there's all these different types of flowers. All of them are pink, and also I love the pattern in the dirt where you can just kind of see like this is where you walk, and then here's where the flowers are planted. And I think also adding all these little flowery wheelbarrows just adds so much life to the area. It really does look like somebody was here picking the flowers, watering them, and making sure to take very good care of them. It looks like actually on the top of the cliff there are some more little areas to sit up there. So if I just grab out my ladder here, this is really cute. So like right up on this cliff, there are some little chairs there with a little book as well. Now if we head back down from this really beautiful little flower garden here, and we go all the way back to the front of the island, we can actually follow this brick path here, and we can actually see some of the villager houses right by the front of the island here. I love how the flowers actually match the home, so you can see that this home has some more yellow flowers, a little yellow chair. Again, it just looks so lovely under the shade of the tree. Like it honestly just looks so cozy there. I could imagine just relaxing here. The scooter matches as well, and I love the decking here with the little pink flower petals in between it. I think it looks really cute. So this house has much more of a dark foresty type of vibe. So you can see there's the red pansies, a little dark wood log chair, and also a mush lamp, and looks like there's some golf clubs here, just much more of that darker aesthetic. And I love also this little honey log. I think that looks really cute. The next house here actually has a little bit of a plaza in front of it with the dirt terraforming on the ground, and I think it actually looks really nice. For this house we can see that there's actually some little white flowers, a little log bench, a little place where it looks like they were actually busy playing a board game, which is definitely very, very cute. And also I love the little welcome sign on the door. That's adorable. Then next to this house you can see that there is this really cute little orange area. So there's this like yellow and orange elephant slide, a little orange wardrobe with some little oranges painted on the bottom of it there. Also some little orange trees, the orange mushroom, and the orange floor lights. The flowers match too, like everything really matches that sort of orange color scheme for this little area. And another thing I really like is this right here is actually a picked flower that's been placed down on a flower petal pattern, which just adds a lot more detail to it. Like I think that actually looks really cool. And I just noticed like behind that little gnome there's also like some little orange mushrooms on the ground. So everything is definitely very well color schemed, and this area actually continues onto this side where you can see that there's this little orange peach chair and also a little library back here, which just looks absolutely adorable. And if we actually go back again on the path here, you'll be able to see that each villager actually does have their own backyard area. So you can see they have a little pool here with their tiki torch, they have their little bench with a radio. And then if we actually walk following this path and around, we can see that there's a fountain back here and another really cute little villager yard. So definitely very, very cute. Let me see if we actually go this way. You can see they have some little pink brick pattern. It looks like they were actually busy washing their clothes, which I just think that's so cute, just those little details. And then continuing down the path here, it looks like there is another house kind of fenced off here. So this is Cherry's house, which I just realized I think she actually lives in a little cherry forest, which is definitely very adorable. Continuing along the path this way, we do have another very cute little flower garden here. And then I believe that this is actually a little pond. So if we follow down the path here, you can see it does have a bit of that crescent moon shape, which is quite cool. And it looks like there's some bricks here, some orange hyacinths, and just a very beautiful area, which as you can see by Jewel, it's definitely a very nice place to relax. If we continue going from the orange area down, there's actually this really cool fairground. So you can see that there's actually this wheel here that you can spin to win a prize, and we actually won some oranges, so I guess we should go back to that area. And if we follow down this path, which I think looks so beautiful with the clovers, these sort of pearlescent stones, and then also these darker stones, just mixing in lots of different patterns, just makes it seem so much more alive, really. Now if we hop over this little stream and continue across this bridge, we can go down and there's some beautiful flowers, the brick path. I like this little bonfire on the beach. We have this sandcastle, some palm trees. And then all the way back here, there's actually kind of like a mini farm on the edge of the water, which I think is such a cute idea for this little extra stretch of land here. So you can see there's these little hay beds, some decking, a silo, a scarecrow, some watermelon and different crops growing there, and overall just a very cute vibe here. Like, I think it looks very, very beautiful. And then if we continue down the path here, we can see that there is this kind of stone. There's the Easter Island head, and then there's a couple of other rocks, and also this sort of shrine on here, which just looks really cool. It kind of gives it a little bit of an enchanted sort of feel. And if we follow the path all the way along here, we can actually walk through the stone arch to Stonehenge. So this is definitely very cool. And I think it actually looks really good placed on the rock here, especially with all these little mushroom patterns and leaves around. I just think it looks very overgrown, but like in an enchanted magical forest type of way. Alright, so if we go back onto the land where we were, there is a little bench to sit next to the river, and I think this is really cute. There's a little bamboo bench here, but it actually has a book on it, so I don't know, putting books around your island just instantly makes them feel more cozy and adorable. I don't know how it does it, but it's just a fact. It just looks really nice that way. Sitting by the river, just enjoying life. We can see there's much more of a purple color scheme, so you can see that there's these purple hydrangea bushes, along with the purple mums, the purple floor lights, and this is kind of continued in front where we have this moon chair here with some more little purple lights around it. I really do love the color scheming on the island. I think that it looks really, really beautiful. Now if we continue up this brick path here, we can walk between the trees and we can actually see that their backyard has a little bird bath and also a lovely little pot in it, which I think is actually really cute. I guess the entrance is here. I really like that. All these little mini backyards are so adorable. And then in this backyard there's actually a little chair and a much more of that sort of chestnut orange warm color scheme. Oh, and I love putting a little rocking chair in front of the house. That's adorable. Looks like there is a bit of a mini gym here, so we do have the rock climbing wall and also an exercise ball, so that's definitely a nice little corner to work out in. If we continue up the ramp here, we can see that there is some really beautiful terraforming right along the edge of the cliff here. And then continuing through, we do actually have the campsite area, which is actually surrounded by this log fencing. And if we slide right through here, we can actually see that we do have the campsite, along with some more trees and forest behind it. So definitely a very cute and cozy little camping area. Now if we continue out and actually head through here, we do have this sort of enchanted woods, which is so beautiful. Like, the terraforming here is so incredibly beautiful. All the floor lights just make the area even more glowy and magical. Continuing through here, we do also have this little bench with a clock in front of it, so a bit more of that park sort of aesthetic. Here you can see that there's a little book, and we can actually continue down this path through here. We can see there's a cherry blossom umbrella, some peach trees, some flowers. Through the trees here, we do actually have a mush sort of area. So you can see that we have this mush table and then also some little log stools around it. And it just definitely nails that enchanted forest vibe. Like, it feels so magical walking around here. And it's aesthetically pleasing, you know? Like, just looking at this really cute and cozy little area, it's pleasant for the eyes. Now if we go through here, we can see that there is this rock which has actually been placed in between this sort of mushroom circle, which actually makes the rock seem like it's kind of magical, giving it a little frame like that. And then through here we do have this little gnome and this black rose garden behind it, and then this ramp actually takes you back down to the beach. But if we actually head back up the ramp and then continue walking through to this side, we can see that there's the little table here with a picnic area. The gnome actually matches the flowers, which is really cute. And then we also do have some little lily of the valleys there, which are actually spread out quite a bit in this island, which makes sense because, I mean, it's so beautiful. Of course these flowers are gonna grow here. Now if we actually head down the path here, we can see that there's this stone table and just kind of this really cute front yard area, like a patio almost. So you have your stone table, there's a couple of chairs around it, the oven is here as well, and also an area to just kind of relax outside. And then right next to it, we actually have the house. So there is a bit of a different type of stone texture here leading up to the door, which looks so beautiful. I love these little stepping stones along with these bricks. I think that looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and check out the inside. I love the sort of cottagey exterior of the house. So in the main room here, we do have this really beautiful brown flooring. So you can see that it's this brown wood flooring with these flowers on it. And then there's actually this custom design here, which actually makes it look like you're walking up to a second level of the house, which is so cool. It's definitely a very fun illusion. And the main room does have a really lovely sort of brown and green aesthetic, and I think it looks so pretty. You can see that the plants match absolutely perfectly, especially this one with the sort of brown flowers. And then we also do have the little fish here with some cacti, and everything just goes together so nicely. Back here we have some little plants hanging on the walls, and it gives the room a lot of life. And this song that's playing is actually Farewell, which I believe is a new song to New Horizons. So let's go ahead and check out the right room. Alright, so here we do have the bedroom. So as you can see, there's the bed here, and then on the wall it looks like there's a chart with some of the moon phases, as well as a little plant shelf and some little flowers hanging against the wall there. There's also these really cute little dresses and jackets, and the room just has a very cozy sort of vibe to it. I also really like this little green flowery flooring, as well as the wallpaper. I just think that the whole room it feels really nice. Definitely going with that sort of green, natural, fairy core, overgrow type of vibe. There's also the incense and the fortune-telling kit there, which sort of incorporates some of those more witchy, magical elements. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the back room. So here we have the bathroom, but it's not like a normal bathroom. It has this very enchanted sort of vibe to it. You can see that there's this beautiful wallpaper where the rain is actually falling in between these beautiful hydrangea bushes. And then we also do have this hot spring here. And then we don't just have a bathtub. No. We have a whole hot spring in here, which looks so enchanted and magical on its own. Then there is also the little shower here, as well as the bathtub, the toilet, the bathroom sink, bathroom things. But I think the little rose rug here and this sort of stone slate flooring, as well as this Taurus tub, just kind of helps emulate that effect of a very mystical sort of magical bathroom. So definitely feels very refreshing. Alright, so let's go ahead and check out the left room. In here there's actually an art and craft room, so you can see that there's a little sewing kit here, as well as the scissors with some threads, a little science kit, a chemistry kit. Looks like there's a flask that's actually busy heating up. Then there is also a desk here with a drawing board. Looks like there's some more tools and craft stuff along the walls there, some shelves with some extra supplies. I love the vibe of this room so much. It's so creative, and it just looks like someone really does live in here and they're working on all of these projects, and it's just so beautiful. I love all the books everywhere, the lockers, and kind of like the clutter I think makes this room really cute. Alright, so here we have the kitchen, and again, it really has that sort of cozy vibe. I think using this type of furnace really helps add to the effect too, because you can kind of see how the chimney is actually connected to the wall, which is really cool. Again, we do have kind of like a green and yellow sort of vibe. So we do have this green wallpaper and this yellow flooring, which I just noticed has little hearts between the tiles. So just an extra added little hint of cuteness there. I think, again, colors were handled very well in this room and the design is really good. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look downstairs. So here we actually have sort of a recreational room. So you can see that there is this sort of classic arcade flooring. Then there's a little ping pong table, some arcade machines, a dartboard. There's also a music board here where it looks like you can practice writing some songs, and then right next to it there's actually a little stage with a drum kit so you can perform those songs. In front of it we have these little sofas, and then in the middle there's actually this table which does have some little board games on it and also a film projector. So overall it just seems like such a lovely area to hang out. Looks like this is actually facing the wall there. You can see the light from the projector there. So I guess that you would project the movies onto the wall there, or have the concert here, play some games, play some ping pong. Also grab some water because, you know, gotta stay hydrated. Overall, this is just such a nice vibe for a basement. Like, I feel like it would be so fun to have some friends over and just hang out here. Like, it would honestly just be a lovely time. So yeah, I definitely really do enjoy the vibe down here. Alright, let's go ahead and head back outside. So if we continue going down the path this way, we can see that there is the hot spring here, some floor lights. There's a bit more of a witchy sort of area, so you can see there's some spell stuff, potions, and lots of mushrooms, just a lot of very magical sort of mystical stuff happening down on this rock here, which is actually really cool. It's kind of like a secret little hideout area. Now if we continue going down the ramp here, we can see that there's a little wishing well. Behind it looks like there is a little teacup ride. And then we can hop across this pond and see that there is the rocket with the telescope, so a very cute little space area. And if we hop all the way across, we can actually go to the museum, which I really love this entrance with the little dinosaur tracks. I think they make a really cute frame for it. I also love these little ponds and streams. And then here also, we have that sort of pink and white color palette between the flowers and the furniture. So continuing going left, we actually do have this little cardboard cutout which looks very cute, and if we look up we can see that there is a bit of a stargazing area above the cliff there. And I love how that moon looks kind of floating above the waterfall. That looks so magical. It looks like in front there is also a little cypress tub here, so if we actually hop across the river here, looks like there is some corn growing with some little bees that are actually busy pollinating it. So continuing going along this path and up here, we can actually visit the stargazing area. So it looks like there is a little painting set here where there is actually this really adorable little witchy painting that was busy being created. And if we continue this way, we can see that there are some little star fragments and the moon chairs here. And another thing I like about having the stargazing areas on the top of the cliff is you really can get a beautiful view of the night sky from up here, which is lovely. Back behind the ramp here, it does look like we have a secret little cemetery. So it's not like a full graveyard, but there is a little tombstone. Here there's actually a little cabin, and I believe this is actually Eric's house, which is so cute. I love his little cabin in between the cedar trees here. It really does look like a little cabin in the woods. Then we also do have this rock climbing wall kind of up against the cliff there. We also do have this little bench by the river, which is so cute. I love having little areas to just kind of relax throughout the town. It does kind of fit the vibe of Animal Crossing. Then here, this villager actually has this really cool yard where they even have their own fishing pool, which is so cute. You can see there's the little pond here with the fishing rod. If we continue down from Maple's house, we do have the Able sister. There's actually like a sewing area around it. So even if Sable is being a little bit of a workaholic, she doesn't want to stop working on her projects, she can still get some fresh air here. So you can see there's the loom, a kimono, and the kimono stand actually has the same pattern as the loom. So kind of looks like this was actually created, you know? It looks like this machine here was being used to create this. Then it looks like there are some clothes here that have just been created and are probably waiting to be packaged up and sold in the shop. Then there's also the little wheel here, as well as this sewing machine and just kind of everything that you need if you're a seamstress. Oh my goodness, they have a little welcome mat. I love that. If we continue down the path this way, we can see that there are some little gas pumps here, as well as some tires, so it's kind of like a nice little pit stop area, which that's a really nice little detail. And then I think through here there's actually a diner. You can see there's these flowers, and then we get into this restaurant where you can actually check in right at the entrance here. And then we have the dining booth here, where you can see that there's the table, the little candles, some plates, also a little bar area. And if you hop across the stones here, this area is actually continued onto this side. I also love how Jewel actually used a snack and a drink machine that's both white and red to sort of create a barrier that still matches the theme. That's actually a very creative idea. And yeah, I just think that this area looks really lovely. Looks like the chef is actually working here, so you can see that there's some pots and some stews, and then also some little plates in front. So definitely very, very lovely. Let's go ahead and hop back over to this side. So here we have another villager house, which they do have another color coordinated sort of front yard area. So you can see the shell fountain, the peach chair, and even the wood. You know, it's not like an orangey wood, it's a very sort of pinkish type of wood, which definitely goes very well with this area. In front of it, there's actually a blue area, so we have the blue moon chair, lots of blue flowers, blue hydrangea bushes, blue gnome, and kind of everything to match that sort of color scheme. And here we do have another really cute little art area, so it looks like somebody was actually sitting here and they were busy painting this girl in between these flowery trees right by the wishing well. So that's definitely, I don't know, definitely getting the fairy tale vibes from this town. And that is basically all of Momo Villa, so definitely a very beautiful sort of fairy tale town. I'm so grateful that Jewel actually let us visit today. Jewel, thank you so much for having us and sharing your beautiful inspiration and creativity with us. I'm actually just gonna walk through the enchanted woods here another time, just because I think this area is so cool and it's so much fun to just kind of explore and to see all of these different areas that you've built inside of it. If you have a 5-star island that you think would be fun to tour in a future video, feel free to contact me. I will have links to my Twitter, Instagram, and Discord in the description. That being said, I hope that you enjoyed the video and thank you all so much for watching. Bye everybody!